The mod's dreams come true. Okay, here we go. Let's watch the original clip. Here we go.
Here.
Oh god, fuck.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, one more shot, guys.
Dang.
If you ever want to get drunk really fast, just have to kiss Dilly. You'll be fucked up by the time the night's over.
See, guys, you gotta. Don't drink. Do you ever want this to be you? Do not drink alcohol. You don't want to be in this situation. Yeah. Wow.
Can't do it.
I have to watch this for 30 more seconds?
It's okay.
Can you come
Jesus.
closer?
This close? Okay.
Yes!
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Can you pucker up? Pucker up!
This is I have small lips.
You just snotted on me! You just snotted on me!
This is my allergy.
You went, the little snots went on my leg.
It did? I'm
Yes!
so sorry.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Alright, come on!
Okay.
Sorry! You washed my mouth!
So this is a video. This is what they do on Twitch, and the girl retweets it and says, "My charity work for the year," and then she says, "All jokes aside, Dilly and I are actually friends, and the jokes made in the stream are purely for content." It seems like they're actually friends. Watch the Moist video. It's much worse, is it? Because like I see something like this, and like my initial reaction is that this is so bad, I think it's just for show. Like that's what I would usually assume. Like something like this, it's so bad, it's for show.
When it comes to sad, pathetic things on the internet,
Twitch
I
is
feel
number
like
one
I've
spot.
seen it all. I'm like the Oracle from the Matrix. Nothing surprises me anymore. Yet, today I bore witness to something so tragically embarrassing
No, this
on-
is not even nearly as bad as the Amarath mod high five clip. It's not even nearly as bad, guys. Because this one, like the girl was drunk and she was acting like a drunk girl at a club, right? This is way better.
on Twitch that it's making me reflect, and it's put me in a very somber state.
Uh-oh.
I feel as though I'm at a funeral service. A streamer invited one of her mods to hang out with her in real life,
Oh, wow.
and then did a stream that was an hour and 25 minutes of agonizing, miserable, inhumane torture.
Jesus.
Waterboarding would have felt more pleasant for this mod, I imagine. She spends the entire stream basically just insulting him. He is the butt of every one of her jokes, and she kind of just reduces him to a spittoon for her and her chat to spit in and make fun of.
No way. Like, wait, what?
Now, I think punching bags get treated with more respect than this guy did,
Jesus.
and it only got worse the longer the stream went on. She had a donation goal where if the stream gave her $500, she would kiss him.
Oh god, fuck.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, one more shot. If you ever want to
Even though
get
the clip is only 5 seconds, I can't watch it again.
drunk really fast, just have to kiss Dilly. You'll
Yeah,
be fucked
I
up
can't-
by the
I
time the
can't.
night's over.
That is soul-crushingly
move on.
mean-spirited. That is downright diabolical. Saying, if you want to get drunk, just try and kiss Dilly, you'll be fucked up by the end of the night. Saying that you have to be hammered to want to kiss this guy. And
Like,
this
I could see how it's like he's okay with it for them just like memeing around, but like I don't know.
is the attitude for the entire stream. So she makes it pretty clear that she can't really stand to be around him unless she is extraordinarily drunk. So the whole time she is drinking
Yeah.
throughout the stream. They reach the donation goal, so now she's obligated to give him a little smooch.
Oh god. We're skipping
did?
ahead.
I'm
Yes.
so sorry.
We're skipping ahead, bro. I'm skipping ahead. I can't see it
All right,
again.
come on.
Okay.
I can't see it.
You washed my mouth.
By the way, like I feel like there's like a subclass of like girls that have these like these like massive childish overreactions to things. Please avoid that, man. Like Anybody that does that, the screaming or anything like that, bro, that's so scary. Like it's a bird subclass. Yeah, that's why in the ancient times they had the word harpies. I think it was for girls like this.
If I was watching a hostage video where someone
Yeah.
had kidnapped my grandmother, threatening to slit her throat unless I paid the ransom, I would honestly find that video to be less cruel and more humane than this Twitch stream I just watched. This is absolutely brutal. My heart breaks for this guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he's done to deserve this,
Yeah.
but this is like a divine punishment here.
Yeah, what
this
did he
whole
do?
thing was her idea. This was her donation incentive. And now she's acting like it was the worst thing that ever happened to her. It's so bad, she's got to go rinse her mouth out. She's got to fucking brush her teeth and scrub it all down with soap and bleach just to try and erase the stain that his lips put upon hers.
Oh, yeah.
It's just evil. This whole stream is her basically just bullying this guy.
What the fuck?
Well, Jesus Christ. Well, are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm back, guys. Sorry. I'm good. I'm good.
She's putting on this big song and dance about how gross and disgusting this was, when it was her idea. She's doing this just to make him feel even worse, and put on a show for her chat at this guy's expense. Like, oh, this loveless loser virgin flew all the way here, and oh, I just had to kiss him. Like, that's so mean. And this should be a wake-up call to her chat that, like, donates
You don't have a chance. Yeah, like, yeah, you bro, like, what do you think? Yeah, exactly. I don't know why people watch it. I mean, the thing is, like, I would understand if it was like some kind of like a joke, or they were like longtime friends or something like that. Like, because I don't know what somebody's relationship is, but I'll tell you this, right? Is that type of content kind of makes me a bit uncomfortable. I think it's weird. I just think it's weird.
Money to her under this idea that she's going to like them or something like that, or parasocially donating to
Yeah.
her because they think that they're going to be friends or even more than that.
Well, now you're
This
not.
should be the biggest wake-up call. Your third eye should be fucking beaming from your
Yep.
forehead right now with this out there. This is her mod, someone who literally, like, does a ton for her.
I'm sure she pays him, though.
And this is how he's getting treated
Right.
in front of everybody. That's what she thinks of you as well. Now, like I said, it's not just this viral moment here. The very beginning of the stream comes out fucking guns blazing, going hog wild about this guy having no shot with her.
Oh,
and
now
that
my
sh-
mods are in chat. Yeah, but like, I don't bring you guys on the stream and do this shit either, do I? Like, bro, I feel like this dude should at least gotten. Why not? All right, guys, let's just keep watching.
she doesn't even really respect him at all.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, Dilly's living the dream. Aren't you so happy to be here?
Yeah. It's my dream, y'all.
Yeah, I've been posting pictures of Dilly every single day on Discord, and this guy cannot hang. Dilly's eyes are fucked. It's because I have cats and he's allergic, and he has allergy medicine. Doesn't he look like Gru from Despicable Me? Sorry, every time I see Dilly, I just start laughing.
This is the very beginning.
I mean, I don't think he, like. I mean, so he's allergic to cats? I mean. Okay.
Of the stream. This is chapter 1. It's not even
That's
chapter
what
1.
I was saying before about like the childish overreactions to things. Like, you've known girls that do that, right? Like, it's just like, yeah, it's just like, it's so, bro, like, it's a subclass.
This is the prologue, and she immediately comes out of the gate saying that he looks like Gru from Despicable Me, and she can't help but laugh when she sees him.
Who the fuck's
The
Gru?
stream doesn't even make it 5 full minutes without her making sure
guy
to
in the
insult him in front of everybody. He's just getting publicly flogged immediately. She is
For being allergic.
playing him
He
alive
can't
throughout
hang, guys. He's allergic.
most of the stream. Again, this whole hour and 25 minutes is basically just make fun of Dilly and let the chat make fun of Dilly too.
Yeah.
It's so mean-spirited. And this guy, again, I don't know anything about him. He wasn't even creepy or weird or awkward. He seemed like just a very normal guy. He even seems pretty nice and really not weird. Yes, he does come across as like a little lonely and a little social.
I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like I'd be uncomfortable being on somebody else's stream. Like, you've got to keep in mind, he's a mod. He's not a streamer. So, like, of course he's going to be. And also, like, bro, I would be, like, super. Like, if I had a girl like that sitting next to me, screeching like that, bro, I would be like this. You know, I wouldn't have anything to do with that. I'd be so upset.
Shy, but there's no like red flags or anything alarming about this guy at all.
Yeah.
This must have been hell on earth for him to not only get invited out by the person that he clearly cares about since he mods for her,
Naturally.
but to go there and then just be perpetually insulted directly by that person and the community that you mod
course.
for,
Yeah.
having all these tomatoes thrown at you throughout the whole thing. And on top of all of that, be surrounded by cats which trigger his allergies. The misery must have been indescribable. Like, I'm getting parasocial with it because
that's really a good way to put it, right? It's like, yeah, you go over to her house, she's making fun of you, the chat's shitting on you, you're allergic, and then she wants you to kiss her? Like, what the fuck?
I actually just really do feel bad for him here. Like, brother, come on.
Yeah.
Have some more self-respect. Have some more confidence. You deserve it. You deserve
Too many
better
debuffs,
than this
yeah.
treatment here. That was just so mean. Now, I already know the cope. I know what the excuse is going to be.
What?
Oh, she's clearly just pushing his buttons. They're just joshing around. They're very close friends,
Yeah,
obviously.
maybe, I don't know.
But I don't get that impression at all.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, right? It's still just weird.
Best friend Matt, who I've known since middle school, a lot of what she says to and about Dilly is just downright nasty.
Yeah.
I would never say to Matt, like, the only reason, you know, your wife ever kissed you is because she must have been blackout drunk and forgot what you looked like or something. That's just so fucked up. And, like, she makes statements like that pretty often throughout this stream. These aren't really jokes. She is just insulting this guy as much as possible to make him a laughingstock for her stream.
Jesus.
Cute couple, Vivi are not dating. I did not claim this.
Yo.
Sorry, that's so mean, but don't claim it. So yeah, 1 hour stream, so every minute counts. I made a donation goal of $500. I will kiss Dilly. So we hit it. But hopefully,
Like, oh, fuck. Am I really gonna have to... Oh. Jeez. Jeez.
I will be drunk for that. Let's take the first shot of the night. Yeah, is it too early?
No. Cheers.
The way she responded to the cute couple statement seemed like she was genuinely offended anyone would even say something like that. Now, keep in mind, she's still sober right here, so this is still her insulting him with the training wheels on. She hasn't even taken the gloves off yet. It gets really bad shortly after.
I made all the boys go with Dilly to help change his pants. So I think Dilly threw away his chunky throat pants in the trash. Dilly had the same size hands.
No,
Oh my god. You have baby hands.
No way.
Yeah, we have the same size hands. That means you have a small dick.
The astute observers out there will have noticed that I put the stream to 2 times speed during...
No, it doesn't. Number one. That doesn't mean that. It's not true.
her story times, and I'll openly admit to it. The reason is because it was genuinely painful listening to her tell those stories, because it's just shitting on Dilly. She's putting him on blast as frequently as possible, sharing his most embarrassing moments, so giving his lowlights. Here's the worst of moments with Dilly. Here's what Dilly did that was so embarrassing last night. You guys need to hear this. It's just, again, so unnecessarily mean. And of course, she has to do something about penis size, so she says, we have the same size hands, which means you have a tiny dick. Your hands aren't even the same size. His hands are visibly bigger than yours, but again, this is just being rude for the sake of it.
Just weird, bro. Like, what the fuck? It's just weird. Typical mean girl? Yeah, what the fuck?
Nobody is meaner to tier 3 subs or Twitch mods than the streamer themselves, it seems. She is so much nastier to her mod than anyone on Twitter has ever been to any mod for any streamer ever. Now, there are a couple times in the stream that she says that they're good friends, so it's all, you know, in good fun.
Yeah.
And what a load of dirty barnacles. I think she says that to try and convince Dilly, and Dilly, he believes it. Dilly's bought into that fantasy. This does not
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, it's so hard to read into some sort of interpersonal relationship. I'll tell you this. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Like, and I don't know about the whole story or anything like that, but like, I look at it and it's like, this makes me uncomfortable. It's weird, right? And she can do whatever she wants. I'm not saying she can't do it. She can do whatever she wanted to do. But damn, it's fucking weird, ain't it?
Strike me as two people that are friends. This strikes me as her using him for content, as a punching bag.
She is.
That's what this all seems like. No friend dynamic is like this. No friendship goes like this. Of course, you're going to joke around with your friends. You're going to get mean with your friends. But at the end of the day, you're close. And you know that there's no actual bad blood or malicious intent there.
And that is what she did. She said that on Twitter. She said, all jokes aside, Dilly and I are actually friends, and the jokes made in the stream are purely for content. And then she made another, oh my God, is she watching the stream? Oh God. I've no reason to lie. Me and Kate have been friends for some time now outside of streaming. She's done a lot for me and my personal growth. I want people to understand I'm doing well. I value our friendship, and I understand what's said could be hurtful. I decided to come to Kate's to make my vacation all worthwhile, and it was my idea for us to do streams together, knowing there would be some jokes and banter. I have no regrets on being her friend and doing content with Caitlin. I mean, I don't know. Like, so I think there's like, I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to know whether this is true or not. I don't like trying to be a mind reader, or at least I sometimes I do, but I don't think that I have enough information to do that here. But here's one thing that I can say is that there are a lot of people that have maybe had a interaction with a girl that treated them the way that she treated that guy, and it probably made them uncomfortable for a really long period of time. And I bet because of that, people watch this and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is like it reminds them of how they felt." It's weird because there's a power dynamic. Well, there's not really a power dynamic, but I mean, she's a streamer and he's a mod. There's not really a power dynamic. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, I just of course there is. I mean, there's a power dynamic between everybody, but I don't think there's like an overt power dynamic that can be exercised. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think this makes people feel uncomfortable because they might have had a interaction with a girl like this in their own past, in their own life, and it made them very uncomfortable because it reminds them of that. I could be wrong.
Not get that vibe from this interaction at all, because it is unrelenting for an hour and 25 minutes, and what I'm about to show you here, I think is the most foul thing that she said throughout it.
Oh my god, so either go back with my ex, or get with Tilly for 6 months. Fuck! Okay, so in case you guys know, or don't know, I don't want to say his name out loud. This ex fucking traumatized me. He had a gambling addiction, drug addiction, porn addiction, like he actually fucked me up, okay? So either go through like trauma and emotional abuse, or date Tilly for 6 months. Trying to get back with my ex. Okay, next question. Is it true that
It's in 2x speed because, again, she was going on a montage of degrading him, and then it got to that question.
Yeah, it does. It does make me uncomfortable. I think it's weird, right? He was like, damn, it's like, okay. Yeah. That's hurtful. Like, to me, I don't even know if it would just be hurtful. Like, if somebody said that about me, I'd just be like, all right, well, I'm gonna go. I gotta go. Like, I'm gonna go back to the house and just chill for a bit. Like, I don't want to deal with this, right? Like, I wouldn't like really take it personally. I would just be like, yeah, this is weird. Like, whatever.
Would you rather get back with your ex, who apparently traumatized her, or date Dilly for 6 months and she chooses her ex and then just laughs it off? She would rather be in, I guess, this emotionally abusive situation that she called it and be traumatized than be with Dilly for 6 months. Why would you even answer this question in the first place? That is so fucked up. I was stunned when that came around. Like, she knows Dilly is clearly interested in her romantically, and yet she uses that.
How do you know that she knows that? Like, that's the thing. How do you know that she knows that? Because here's the thing, there are these girls, I mean, they do that. Is he? Yeah, I don't know. You can tell? Well, I don't know if you can tell or not. Come on, man. Why would he mod? Wow. True. Later on, he calls her a 10. Yeah, but like, what's he really gonna say though, right? You're like, you know, like a 4, right? Or something like that. I mean, bro, like that would. I think that if he was the same level of like making the jokes towards her, I think that it probably would be more okay. I think that it's bad because he's not really in on the joke. Like if he was matching the same energy with her, I think it would just be funny. But the problem is because it's like such a disproportionate relationship, you know?
As the butt of the jokes. Like, half of the stream is making it clear that she feels she is so out of his league, so superior to him, that the comedy is that people would even suggest there's a chance.
Yeah.
So this question rolls around, and she's like, oh yeah, I'd definitely just go back with the ex. Definitely wouldn't go back, or go with Dilly for 6 months. I'd rather be emotionally abused than spend time with this guy. In front of his face, too. The guy who basically does work for you on your streams by modding, who has also now gone out of his way to hang out with you in real life and on your stream for your content. And now he has to sit there and hear that you would rather be emotionally abused and traumatized than date him for 6 months. This guy who obviously cares about you. I can't even imagine.
Which, by the way, like, I understand that, like, he's saying that it is obviously an assumption that this guy is interested in her, but I agree with the assumption. I do. Like, we don't know that, but if I had to guess.
What a statement like that must feel like to hear. And he has to keep himself composed because she's broadcasting all of this to her audience publicly. I've never met anyone that I've had any kind of relationship with, a friend or even an acquaintance, that has said something that even teeters on as mean as what she just did right there. And she did it right to the face of someone who very clearly cares a lot about her.
It's weird.
Now, she laughs it off and moves on to the next question, and I think Dilly has been brainwashed by her into thinking that he's a good friend of hers. But Dilly, I'm just going to hit you with the cold water. Friends don't treat each other this way. She is treating you like a subhuman pile of garbage.
Me personally, I would not hit. So, yeah, there's a
I just feel like doing a stream like this with a mod, I feel like this is just like really weird. Like, am I crazy to think that like these are like these like weird sexual questions? Like, it's cringy as fuck. Yeah, like this is something that like I feel like this is like what 14-year-olds would do. Yeah, it's just like, oh man, I hate stuff like this.
Wrong answer. Well, me personally.
Yeah.
How about you rate me first?
10 out of 10.
Oh, fuck, you know I'm gonna rate. I was gonna drink.
That means I'm a 6. It's okay.
If it was a 6, I would have said that out loud.
Oh.
Anyways.
Again, it's just an absolute flurry of disrespect from her towards Dilly.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show this clip here at the end because I think this is a great summation of how this whole experience went, where he rates her a 10 out of 10.
Right.
And then she refuses to rate him, so he playfully is like, oh, okay, that must mean like I'm a 6. And then she didn't have to say anything. She could have just moved on to the next question, but she went out of her way to let him know that that's not the case. So she says, if it was a 6, I would have said it out loud. Anyway.
Yeah.
Just trying to take another little stab, drive the dagger deep inside of his heart here to let him know that he is beneath her. He's not a 6 to...
I always feel bad for people that have to do that, you know? Because, like, imagine, like, how insecure and, like, weird you must feel in order to act that way. Because, like, I don't think a lot of, like, just, like, normally secure and, like, mentally put together people, I don't think anybody would act that way. Like, this isn't the way a normal person acts. It's sad, man. You wonder why incel rage? Yeah, like, videos like this are why incels are like, yeah, I know I'm right. Absolutely.
Her, and he needs to know
It's middle school behavior,
It's so unnecessarily mean.
It is.
It's just being an asshole and nothing more.
True.
She puts him down every chance she can find. She attacks every single
5% IQ unironically though. I don't know how smart she is. I make it a very you guys might not notice this, but I do try to make a effort, unless somebody like insults me directly that way, to not like make a lot of comments on women's appearances. Now, obviously, I'll be like, oh, yeah, this girl's hot or something like that, or make like an average, just an assessment. But like, I don't like rating girls on stream. I never did like the girl streamer tier list thing because I just know how it would make somebody feel, right? It doesn't mean I don't have an opinion, but I don't like talking about it.
One of his perceived weaknesses in her eyes, and is doing everything in her power to publicly humiliate and degrade him. It is not friendly. There is nothing jovial about this whole stream at all. It is mean-spirited and just really fucking sad. Like I mentioned, there was a couple of times she tried to cushion the blows, like, oh, we're such good friends, this is all okay. Yeah. And then when one of the questions during Truth or Drink is, what was your favorite thing about Dilly? She says that he's nice, and that he's like just super nice and not awkward. Those are the only couple of instances where she wasn't just shitting on him. And I think she did that because she could see from the chat that people were dogpiling onto Dilly, and it is just a really uncomfortable stream entirely.
Yeah.
How likely is it for him to pick up a girl tonight?
Why would you even answer these questions? It's so weird, man. Like, again, I just feel like, dude, I just get like such strong middle school vibes from this. Like, this is the kind of stuff in like 7th grade. It's like the first time that you have like a co-ed sleepover or something like that. This is the kind of stuff that people talk about. Oh my god.
I'm gonna answer this honestly.
Honestly, you're not getting shit. I think maybe a girl be down to dance with you, you know?
That's a win.
But there's no way, I don't think you're getting any girls' numbers. Or going home with, I'm gonna say it's a 0 out of 10.
Well, obviously I wouldn't bring anyone back here, but...
I would let you. I'm a good friend. So if you want to bring a girl back here, you can. Wow. But I'm just being honest, I don't see it. Prove me wrong though, you know, prove me wrong.
I was perfectly content to not show you any more clips from the stream. I was just about to end the video, but
yeah, like whenever I first saw the clip, I was like, okay, maybe this is out of context, right? Because I usually assume that things that are like, I'm the kind of person that like, if I see something outrageous, I need an outrageous amount of evidence to believe it. But man, this is a lot of evidence, man. It really is. There's a lot going on here.
And I remembered this moment, and I just had to showcase it. Even if it's not directly about her, she won't even let him think he has a chance with any girl, for that matter. None. Like, he's not even allowed to go into the club with a good mindset. They're going to a club later this evening, and they were getting hype for it. Like, chat was asking, hey, do you think he has a chance with a girl? And this was her response to it. He's not even allowed to have a good mentality going into it because she's already shitting on him beforehand to bring his self-esteem down. It's just bullying. Like,
it's just like, I don't, like, there's a part of it, like, maybe I'm crazy, but like, I actually am not even mad at her. I just think that it's like really weird. Like, it's like weird and sad. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's like, it's so uncomfortable and weird. Like, it's just like, it's not even on the spectrum of being upset or angry.
Just a bully to this guy.
Yeah.
It just doesn't end. He's not allowed to breathe for a second, A, because of the allergies that he's subjected to, but B, because she is constantly this miasma of hate to him. Like, it's just so negative. If this was actually any semblance of a friend, she would have lifted him up like, yeah, you're gonna get some pussy tonight, let's go, let's have a good time out there tonight. That's not what she's doing. She's immediately putting him down. Again, for the millionth time this stream.
Who's better looking, Dilly or your ex? My ex. Next question. Do you ever have any feelings for...
Bro, like, as I said, this is, dude... It's just like, this gives me such strong flashbacks to like 7th grade, you know? Oh my god, dude. Am I the only one? Do you guys feel the same way about this? Yeah, me too. Yeah, like what the fuck, man?
Any of your mods, including him? Hell no. That's why they're my mods.
Last clip from
Uh-huh.
this stream, I promise, but I thought this was an important one.
Oh,
I
thank
have
God.
for a long time preached about how awful parasocial relationships are and
Yeah.
how prevalent it is in streaming. I think hearing her say this should have snapped a ton of people out of that mentality that just by donating to somebody or modding for somebody in this case, that all of a sudden they're going to somehow develop feelings for you or something.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. It won't happen, and that is not a healthy mindset for you as a viewer to be in. I wanted to put this here because she just says it with her whole chest right in front of Dilly, again, per usual here for this stream. But this was actually an important
I
lesson.
don't think that's going to work for any of those guys because those guys are just delusional, man. They're going to think, oh, well, she's not talking about me. Well, I'm different. That's always how it is. Yeah, it's different for us, though. Yeah, exactly. We're the viewers. We matter.
To learn. Just because you mod for somebody or donate to somebody, if you're a tier 3 sub to somebody, if you did sub to somebody for years, they are not all of a sudden your best friend, and they are not obligated to fall in love with you or have feelings for you. So, tough pill to swallow for some.
Man, that's something that a lot of viewers on Twitch don't want to hear, man. Oh, they don't like that at all.
I'm sure, but it needs to get through. Now, all that being said, what Dilly was subjected to here is nothing shy of heinous. Nobody deserves this level of public humiliation.
It's just weird, man. Yeah, it's just like it's yeah. Like, what the fuck?
And I feel extremely bad for him, and I'm just genuinely wishing him the best going forward. I just had to talk about this because it is one of the downright meanest and saddest streams I've ever seen on Twitch. Like, probably ever, I think. So yeah, that's really about it.
Holy
So, yeah.
fuck, man. Yeah, I'm astonished to see
My
this. Like,
mod.
I thought it was like one clip, bro, but like we just keep seeing more and more and more of them. Like, it's just so cringy, man. It just reminds me, again, it reminds me of like 7th grade, you know? 7th, 8th grade, this kind of stuff. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on the apology VOD from last night. Well, I'll watch it and look at it tomorrow if somebody can link it to me. Yeah, it's just delusional guys thinking simping will get them anywhere. Well, I think that simping sometimes does get you somewhere whenever, because like people consider simping as just being nice to a girl. Like being chivalrous and nice and receptive and genuine with somebody, actually that works really well. It does. Just be nice to them. Yeah, that's not simping. And so like everybody has a different definition of simping. But like, yeah, there are people that do go above and beyond, etc. And that's it. Apologies, useless, damage is done. Well, I just want to see what somebody has to say, right? That's it. Sammy is being too nice. I'll link you guys a video. Yeah, I mean, I definitely fucking agree with this. Like, I think it's very... This was way worse than what I had expected, man. Yeah, this was way, way worse. Look at that. What if the thought of being nice to them makes me angry? Well, then just don't invite them in your house. Like, that would be what I'd say. I think the right word is how delusional is delusional. It shows how parasocial Twitch has become. Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of Twitch viewers are super parasocial, and it's uncomfortable. And I think that, like, this is a very good reality check for some of them that don't really understand how these people really think. Because there are, like, not every streamer thinks of their viewers like this. Like, it's not like everybody does this. I think there's a spectrum, right? Like, and you have to have like a healthy, like, mental disconnect between like viewers and like yourself, or it'll like drive you crazy. So I think it's important to have like that healthy separation between yourself and viewers, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of streamers that are just like, yeah, I really appreciate my viewers. It's great. I'm happy, right? And there's like no weirdness to it at all. But there are people like this, and it's just like, it's such a weird thing to it's such a weird thing to do, a weird thing to say. And I always like wonder, like, what are these people gonna do whenever they're like 45, right? Like, are you still gonna be acting this way? Like it's just crazy. It's just like having like a negative personality, like not even a bad personality, like not even a personality of 0, but it's like negative. Like I don't know. It never grew out of high school. I mean, I would say this never grew out of middle school. I mean, at least for me, right? But it's just weird. You see it in a lot of smaller streamers. They consider their viewers friends, and their most part are their friends to an extent. It depends, right? Like I feel like there's a middle ground of streamers that probably get between like 500 and like 2,000 viewers, and those are the ones that like somehow get like the biggest ego. I don't really know why, but I feel like that's what I've noticed from streaming a lot in like, you know, my years of looking at it. The only way to solve that gap is the way TV shows and entertainment do, but that's not as fun as live streaming. No, the only way to solve that gap is to not engage with parasocial content, not do that kind of stuff. I don't have this problem. Like, of course there's going to be parasocial viewers. If you have a bunch of people watching, some of them are going to be parasocial. Like, that's just what happens. Like, it's just a law of numbers, right? You have, you know, 1 million people that watch something, and one of them's going to be weird. But I mean, I think that it's the reason I never worry about this is like I know that I don't really do content for these kinds of people, right? I don't behave this way. I don't engage this kind of stuff. I don't promote this kind of stuff. This is something that primarily like I just try to avoid as much as I can. And I used to do this more, and I realized that it was bad. So there are some streamers that treat their stream like it's their own personal diary. Like, oh yeah, I want to go and talk about how I feel about this, and you know, I'm feeling bad. This is very unhealthy because I think it just what it does is it fosters a very parasocial relationship with your audience. I don't like it at all. I'll be right back. It's not healthy. No, it's not.